Hi folks, Simon here, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get your hands on a couple of really nice materia. So you can get these on Disc 2 once you've once again gained access to the world map. Now you don't need a Chocobo, though I've got one, worked hard on getting this gold Chocobo, so darn well I'm going to use it, but you can do this just as soon as you have access to the High Wind. Okay, so no Chocobos required for either of these materias. So the first of which is going to be located in Cosmo Canyon, and what we're going to do is make our way over to the item shop. So you'll probably be controlling Tifa if you're doing this at the same stage that I am. You're going to make your way up the furthest ladder of the town, if I can actually grasp hold of this thing. There we go, and this will lead us into the item shop. Now we're not going to actually visit the item shop, you can do if you want, but what we are going to do is make our way around here by heading through this door. And from here we can actually gain access to a secret room, a room that contains 3 items, the most important of which is the full cure materia, but you can also pick up the elixir and a magic source as well. Now a few things to note about full cure. First of all, it's a very powerful magic, as you can probably tell by the sound of it. It actually restores the life of a character that it is cast on to full regardless of how damaged they are, so very nice. However, 2 slight drawbacks. First of all, you can't use it immediately. You have to spend 3000 AP or earn 3000 AP from battle in order to level it up to level 2, which is when the actual magic spell itself does become available. And second of all, it cannot be paired with an all materia. So it's single target, and it's actually just hard coded that way that it will not work with all, unfortunately. Anyway, it's still a nice magic, so make sure you pick it up. And then next up, we're going to make our way over to Medeal. Okay, so Medeal is down to the southeast, and again, you can get here solely with the airship. You don't need Mr. Chocobo there. So what we're going to do is a few things in the town. Now this is actually, if you're doing this the same time I'm doing this, when Tifa's in control of the party, this is actually where we need to go as far as the story is concerned. But since I'm going to save that for the live stream, I'm not going to be doing that here. And if, like me, you want to get all the optional stuff done before proceeding with the story, make sure you don't go under this bridge, because as soon as you approach that dog, the story is going to kick off and you won't be able to carry on with Tifa at that point. So we're going to head over to the right side of town and enter into the first building here. This is the item shop. So we'll go ahead and just look at the wares here. The only thing of note here is the fact that remedies are now available for sale, and remedies are extremely powerful, so we're going to go ahead and purchase 20. They're not cheap, they are 1000 gil, but they do heal pretty much all of the negative status ailments in the game. Now the other thing to note, along with the Chocobo music here, is this crazy woman running around with the Chocobo chick. We're going to need to speak to her in every shop in which she's available, and that's because if we don't do so, most of these shops will not have their wares available later on. And we don't want that, so we want to make sure we speak to her each time we enter a shop where she's present. So she'll give us a little bit of dialogue about how she wants to buy everything, and that we're getting in her way, and that's it, that's all we need to do. But one other thing, it doesn't matter which shop we do it in, if we can speak to this Chocobo chick here, and feed it a Mimett Greens, you can purchase those from the Chocobo Ranch if you don't have any, you'll actually get a materia. Now you can feed it as many Mimett Greens as you want, you can keep repeating this dialogue, but you can only get the materia once. So you can see here there's a few places we can tickle. We're going to tickle behind his ears, and that will relinquish the materia. And the contain materia is a very, very powerful materia. I'll just show you that before we move on. I won't actually equip it, mind. Down the bottom, yep. So it gives some really nice abilities. Freeze, Break, Tornado and Flare are all very powerful in their own right. So once we've got that materia, we're just going to visit the other shops again without actually triggering the story. So if we head over into this other ground floor level shop, then once again the crazy lady, I was going to say crazy cat lady, but it's more of a crazy Chocobo lady, is going to be present. So we need to speak to her again, and then we can visit the shop. I believe this is the Materia Shop. And materia-wise, there's not a whole lot of new stuff. As a matter of fact, there's none. All of that materia, I believe, has been available for purchase previously. But, you know, it's worth visiting at least once. Right, then we're going to head up these steps here. And inside we have the weapon shop. So we'll go ahead and have a look at the wares. And there's actually some really nice weapons in here and armour. So I'm just going to go ahead and purchase one of each thing that we don't yet have at all. But the one thing to note is that these items are fairly expensive. So if you haven't been mastering your all materias, then you might not be able to afford all of this stuff yet. But don't worry, you'll be able to a little bit later on. Crystal bangles are nice. They have very high defense stats. And also wizard bracelets have very high magic defense stats. I don't know why the game seems fit to only show you the physical defense statistics at weapon and armor shops. Why it doesn't care to show you the magic defense statistics. But trust me, wizard bracelets are good for that. You can also get wizard bracelets for free by stealing them from the bird enemies over in the ancient forest. And also there's a quest that starts here, which I'm not going to do for the purposes of this video, but just make a note of it. And we're also going to speak to the crazy Chocobo woman in this place as well. This is the final shop where she appears. And just for the sake of completion, it's worth noting if you cross this bridge here, there's an accessory shop. But you don't need to visit this now. The wares in this place never become unavailable, and as you can see, the Chocobo lady isn't present in this shop anyway. In terms of the accessories, they're all pretty rubbish, so you might just want to get one of anything that you don't yet have, such as the amulet here, in my case. And that's about it. Just want to make sure that we get one of every item if possible. And there we have it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the optional stuff to do in my deal for the time being. But like I say, we'll be revisiting for the quest for that locked door later on. We'll need the key for that. And then we'll be continuing on the live stream with the story. So I hope this helps you then, guys. If it does, don't forget to drop a like. And if you can make those live streams and stop by and say hello, that'd be wonderful. But thanks for checking out the video today. I'll see you next time.